Alright guys, I want to do a quick review of the ArmerBoard. I've been looking for kind of a whiteboard replacement that's also a smart device that I can do video sharing. I can do a whole slew of collaborative things. So I found the ArmerBoard. This unit here is the ArmerBoard Pro, which has two operating systems. It has an Android and a Windows operating system built into it. It's also on a stand that is from the Armer website as well. I got this device during Christmas, and I couldn't actually put it together until I got a stand or something that was sturdy enough, because my office space is quite compact. And this being a 55-inch, I want to make sure that it's agile enough to move around. So, to go kind of around the basic features of this smart board, if you've ever seen the Whiteboard, this is very similar to the Whiteboard. I think it's a little bit better because of the dual OS that's built into it. First, we're going to click on the whiteboarding. And this is just a regular whiteboard. You do get a stylus. I'm not the best fan of the stylus, but I think that's because of the matte finish on the screen. It feels like I'm scratching it. But the responsiveness of this pen is really good. It also has multi-points. So if I put my hand on here, I can actually move this around. And if you can actually see, each one of my fingers are actually being tracked here. You have, of course, your eraser. You can do some things with your hands as well. So you don't need the stylus. It usually just helps if you want to do things with a pen. But I'm a good person that likes to move my fingers around. Let's see here. Change the color. Hopefully that picks up on the screen. You also have options to insert tables, graphics, images, and documents. So this is a truly kind of collaborative type device, especially if you're a teacher or this is something that's going to be in your business office. A couple of other features here. I do want to note that this is running Android version 11. So you do have access to the full Play Store. So that means that anything that you can find on the App Store, you can actually put on this device here. Give it a minute while it loads. So the infamous TikTok. But any one of these apps, you can actually install straight up from the system without having to do any modifications. You sign in with your actual Google account, and once you have your Google account assigned, you can even pull things from your other devices or your tablets. Just think of this as a big giant tablet for once. So anything that you wanted to do on a, let's say, an Android tablet or a Samsung G tablet, you can do on this device here too. Some good collaboration things. First thing I did was Lucid Charts, because this is again going to be one of my productivity tools. So Lucid Charts allows me to do graphing. So my main focus for this device for me is to do a lot of whiteboarding and kind of building out storyboards for software that I'm developing and so on and so forth. I don't think there's any proprietary stuff in here, but let me just click on this right here. So since this is running Android, it runs like an Android tablet. So this is a dual OS. So there's about only a couple of gigs that are allocated to this actual Android device. But once my chart loads, I have an option to move this joker around, make it a little bit bigger. You do have an option to move things around. So this is how you can actually do your kind of flow charting right from Lucid Charts. So this is the actual application of Lucid Charts. But something else that I want to note, that apps are always a little bit sluggish. So being able to go to your actual browser is going to make some of your tasks run a little bit better here. Let's see what I can actually go to. Let's see if we can go to a Lucid Chart. Well, it's not what I clicked on. Lucid Charts. All right. So as you can see, we have a Lucid Chart here. And again, this is going to be similar to the app. But I find things that, especially with this board, if you're going to be running this from your screen, it's better to leverage things from the cloud ecosystem if you can. Just because it's going to run a little bit faster because you're not relying on the processor that's running the Android tablet or the memory that's allocated to this. I'm also noting that you can hook this thing up straight up to your Ethernet or connect to your Wi-Fi. So as you can see, similar to the app, the web runs similarly. So as this loads up, a couple of other things to note is if you want to do video conferencing, you want to actually use a camera. This has USB ports to actually load cameras and other things here. So what this app is actually doing is trying to be clever, and it says you have the Lucid Chart already on here. So it's trying to load the Lucid Chart program, which I don't want to load right now just because it takes a little bit. Another option that I'm going to use this for is you can have your productivity programs. This is Microsoft Teams. You get logged in. You have your big team meetings. If you're doing presentations, you can do that straight from the screen instead of actually clicking. Of course, you can use this thing for streaming. So you can watch Netflix. You can watch HBO Max. This is a 4K screen as well. So not only is this a multi-touch screen, this is also a 4K screen as well. You have your cloud drive. You have a lot of different tools on here. Again, anything you can put on your Android tablet, you can put on this joker. So there's one thing that I want to add. Again, this is probably going to be a multi review platform, but we're going to look at some of the peripherals here. So these are the peripherals. So you have a PC, you have Android, you have multiple HDMI ports, you have a Type-C port, and you have a VGA port. I do want to hook a computer up to this, maybe a Linux box to do some of my programming in. But this has multiple different connections, peripheral connections that you can actually connect to here. So that's it for this part of the review. Stay tuned for a little bit more. I'm going to walk you through some of the other features of this board.